What's up, guys? I'm here in Vietnam with my family. We're in my mom's hometown, and we're kind of here for a few days. So before we go to another destination, so we've kind of just like been falling into routine, and it also doesn't help that me and my brother got surprise acne appointments once we landed in Vietnam. So like we've just been going back and forth to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, to get acne appointments done. Um, this is about our fourth time already. We have our last one coming up for our last week of the trip. So we're here for 3 weeks, and we've kind of just been following into a routine. I was having a discussion with my brother, and he said like, the thing I don't like about vacations is that with family is that like we get into a routine, or at least one, it's with family. Obviously, you can't do the things you want. You gotta be tame a little bit. And then two, it's like it's also not as structured. There's no plan. So there's days where like a few days where you fall into this routine. That's not the point of a vacation, right? It's to keep it fun, keep it novel, you know. So just kind of like it with the emotions that I'm feeling right now, with falling into a routine, feeling like I gotta do something. With me, I'm pretty active, so I'm super into fitness, so it feels like something's wrong with me when I'm not moving my body. Granted, like, to tie it back in with the acne appointment, like, they poke needles in your face, they like kind of worked on our acne scars, so we can't go out into the sun. We're like vampires for like 2 days. So we can't go out in the sun, we can't sweat, so that means I can't work out. So that's been affecting my mental health a little bit these past few days, and the past 2 weeks. I've just kind of been reflecting on it, and like, not even on top of that, it gets deeper than that, man. Like, just kind of reflecting where my parents came from, learning the history of our Vietnamese culture, learning who I am. Granted, I also came back here about 4 years ago, and that was when I was single, and I was just like doing a bunch of shit, just trying to figure out my life, have fun, talk to girls and things like that. But it's like, I think anyways, that's a little like background on me. But the point of this video today, I guess I don't feel the feeling anymore, but it's like I was making this as I would record it, I was feeling like shit a little bit, kind of like feeling somber a little bit. I wanted to talk about how I'm tired of performing for everybody, people pleasing, performing for my parents, performing for my girlfriend, things like that. In the end, perform for you. Do it for you. Genuinely find your desires in this life. Because what I mean by that is like performing as in like trying to meet your parents' expectations, trying to make them proud, right? As Asians, you want to make your parents proud because like you've probably grown up independent, lacking emotional nurturing from your parents. So like you grew up like pretty independent. You learn how to be self-sufficient, be efficient, take the emotions out of things, be more logical and efficient in doing things. So it's like when you learn that early on in your life, you learn to be self-sufficient. You detach from your parents a little bit emotionally until you finally learn about what they went through. You finally understand why they did the things that they did. If you know, right? And that comes with academics too, like getting good grades, A's and B's. They encourage you to, study outside of school, get into extracurriculars, to get into a good college, get a good paying job, right? So I remember when I got my bachelor's degree of kinesiology, because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I was just going to college because I was just told to do that. I didn't have a brain. I didn't think for myself back then. So I remember when I graduated a year and a half ago, May of 2024, I felt like, even though it was fun in the moment, but looking at that piece of paper, kind of like the same what I felt with my high school diploma, I felt nothing. I felt like that's just what I needed to do. And I guess in that moment, it realized like the degree didn't really matter to me. It was more of like, what did I think of myself? I was empty. Like, it didn't matter to me at all. I invested 4 years of my life. Now, granted, I didn't get into loans or anything like that. I played it smart with financial aid. It's like, what was I going to school for? Like, I remember the positive memories, or the most fond memories I have of college were with my friends, obviously, right? Or basketball. It was mainly basketball and working out and playing on my intramurals teams, because that's what I actually cared about. And I guess why, even now, like, I'm a fitness coach, I'm still trying to figure it out, because, you know, I feel like I have the mentality and a cold mindset towards things, make it cold-hearted, efficient, that most people don't. Most people think emotionally. I like to think that I don't think too emotionally, I like to reason why we are the way we are, why people behave the way we behave. I'm into like philosophy, psychology, logic, so it makes like getting in shape pretty easy. And granted, there's a little emotional aspect, like growing up playing sports, you know, embodying that masculine energy in sports, mindset, the mentality. Yeah, I'm just kind of yapping at this point, but it's like, I guess the takeaway I want you guys to, if you guys are watching, the few of you that are watching, is to do what makes you feel alive, what makes your soul tick. So, for example, I'll state, like, when I was ignorant of the world, when I was like more ignorant of the world back in 2022, when I went to Vietnam with my friend, my best friend, and it was a movie. Yeah, like, he showed me new things, because it was my first time. Obviously, granted, he probably had a way different experience because he lived there at one point. It's just like me appreciating the culture of Vietnam, the street vendors, the nightlife in Southside Saigon, the ability to have fun, the dating life back then. And I think after I came home, that's when I realized the guilt of that trip, how the everyday struggle was a reality for these people that are living here, and I'm in America, and I'm, like, you know, well off. It's a developing country, it's not a third world country, but it's like, it made me reflect on, like, wow, like, these people are earning less than a dollar. Anyways, that's not the whole point. I'm not trying to feel bad for these people. It's just, that's the reality of things, right? If you guys have watched Attack on Titan, it kind of showcases and highlights two very different realities for people. The people from Marley, the people from Eldia. I think that's, yeah. Or Eldians. Yeah, the Eldians. But I guess, like, the more I continue to talk about what I'm feeling, the more I'm starting to feel a little bit better about it. And granted, too, I got outside my room, because I was just stuck in my room, like, doom scrolling and then just looking at content, see what I could do. But yeah, so the next week should be interesting. Hopefully I try to make something fun for me and my little brother. Obviously, I know my little brother's probably, it's all new to him, but he's fell into a routine too. He's missing his game, so he's at an internet cafe right now. I don't know, I just wanted to make this video just cause. Nothing related to fitness at all. Not trying to tie it back to fitness, but it's more just like, I like discussing intellectually stimulating things. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride, enjoy this video. Obviously, it was kind of aimless. I started off with intention, but now I'm just kind of like talking about everything at once. But yeah, if you're someone like me, I truly do get where you might be coming from. And, like, I understand, like, the whole trying to be independent as a kid. Like, just do it for you. Do it for you. Less suffering in the head, you know? It's gonna make it easier on the head. Like, whether it's that degree, like, obviously self-excellence, maybe. But maybe a lot of it is it has to do with making your parents proud. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm done making my parents proud. I'm just gonna like do whatever I need to do in order to stay mentally sharp. I'm not trying to. It's tiring, you know. It gets tiring trying to be like a provider in a way. I don't know if that what message I'm trying to leave with that, but it's like you don't want to be like a complete delinquent. You don't want to completely reject. Like you don't want to completely reject. You just accept for the way that your parents are. You do what you can. Like obviously, like I'm trying to figure out my life. My parents have their own struggles. I want to figure out a way with all the like cultural stuff that I have embodied. Like I want to help them out eventually. It's just like I'm not in a position to do that if I don't help myself first, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the watch. I just wanted to yap. I'll see you guys next time.